Welcome back, chat. We're live with another stream. On this stream, we'll be talking about transfers and the Club World Cup. The Club World Cup is coming back tomorrow, so we're excited to talk about that again. Let's get into transfers. Bayern Munich are interested in Luis Diaz. Is this true? But it seems like, given this Musiala injury, that position for like a 10 has opened up, and they'll be looking to replace that position, I guess, seriously. So Bayern Munich are looking, interested in signing Luis Diaz. I don't know how
Yeah,
true this is, but reports I'm seeing is um they're a target. Like Luis Diaz is a target. Barcelona also saw Luis Diaz as a target. Everybody's talking about Luis Diaz leaving Liverpool this summer, but I don't even think
yeah.
Liverpool are in that position to want to sell Luis Diaz, given the unfortunate tragedy of Diogo Jota. You get
Diego
what I'm
Jota.
saying?
Yeah. Obviously, but you guys need to give him a better package, right? It's not just about saying you're not in a position to leave and he's still earning £50,000 per week. Blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. FSG needs to open up the wallet and spend money,
FSG need to
right?
renegotiate with Luis
They
Diaz
they
and try
need
to
to
increase that
they,
salary.
they need to give him a better take home. That
Mm.
50,000 won't cut it out. He's agreed personal terms with Barcelona,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's agreed that today. So
You
he
agree
said
that
yes.
today?
Yes, he agreed that today.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's really difficult, but it's going to be hard for Barcelona to convince Liverpool because they rejected two advances, right? So
Actually, the report is different. I know you said he has agreed to Barcelona, but the report I'm seeing is he has
yeah.
already agreed to join Bayern, actually, no Barcelona.
Oh, Bayern.
Yeah, it's saying that Luis Diaz is also a target for Barcelona, but he has already agreed to join Bayern. But I don't know. I mean,
Wow.
he said he's prepared to demand a move away from Liverpool this summer, but it depends, right? All these reports are coming in are saying he's going to leave, but Liverpool are
Mm,
seriously against him leaving. I don't know what the thoughts towards him staying versus leaving is, but given the fact that he's not earning enough compared to the other guys on the team, I think he'll be
mm,
really seriously looking to move away from Liverpool this summer. But
mm.
we'll have to see. Anyway, Manchester United are interested in an agreement to sign Valencia midfielder Javi Guerrera. It seems like United are looking to reinforce both in the midfield, the striking positions, and also defensively. But defensively,
Mm,
they're kind of quiet. But midfield wise, they are looking for
mm.
Javi Guerrera. I've not done that eye test to know what kind of player he is, but he's coming for a
Yeah.
release clause of 100 million euros. A 100
Mm.
million euros release clause. I don't know if United are serious about this player or this is just a smoke screen. I feel like this is just something that might not be true. Because 100 million euros, United, do they have that kind of money?
Huh. I don't know. Maybe they have and they're not saying, right? They might have the money somewhere, right? So I don't know, but it seems like, is it for a midfielder? That seems
Yeah,
like too
he's a
much money.
midfielder. Javi
It looks
Guerrera.
like it looks like too much money. It looks like too much money, to be honest. It
Anyways,
looks like too much money. And who is
Jay,
the guy? Who is he in particular?
I don't know who he is. I've not done that eye test to know who
Mm,
Javi Guerrera is, but it seems like United are interested in that. And then
mm,
we move on from that. Juventus are in negotiations with United winger Jadon Sancho. There's some conversation going on with Sancho and Juventus. I don't know if
mm,
Sancho really is going to move to Juventus, what this pay structure would look like. Because it feels like
mm.
Sancho keeps on rejecting people that are not willing to come close enough or even give him that Manchester United salary. Is this really going to be a reality for him? I don't really know if Sancho will take a pay cut or if he won't take a pay cut at this point. So,
The question is that is he obliged to take a pay cut? At this
I
point,
mean,
no.
nobody's
His
obliged
his
to, but
his career is already on the down,
it's like, do
right?
you
So
want to
why
play or do you not want to play? It's not about being
so
obliged or not.
I know. So at this point, it's a case of his salary, his career is already going down,
Yeah.
right? So if he has a big contract with Man U, that contract has to be like they have to hold on to it. He has to
Mhm.
hold on. It's either Man U pays the balance. Do you get what I'm saying? If he signs a 5-year deal with Juventus, maybe 100,000 a year,
Yeah.
right? The balance of that money needs to come from Manchester United. Period.
I
For the
don't.
remaining of
I actually disagree. To be honest, The reason why
Why?
I disagree is I no longer want you as a player. You no longer want to play for me. I want to break that contract with you and sell you to another club. Why should I still
Mm.
have to carry the weight of your salary when I want to let you go? You no longer play for my club. I feel like it doesn't make
And
it.
but they have to still, the cocoa is they have to still pay for the his salary is there. If it's 300K a week, they
Mhm.
have to pay for it. They have to buy out
But
the
you're not a
balance.
300K player.
It doesn't matter. It
I
doesn't
don't think
matter.
United should do
Okay,
that. If Sancho
let
wants to
me
waste his life on the bench, he should waste
let
his life on the bench.
so it's two options. It's either he stays in United, United keep paying him the money, or they agree on something where they terminate the contract. But United will not terminate the contract because there's money there,
Yeah.
right? You go and sell him to Juventus. Juventus will give you money.
Mm-hmm.
Juventus will give you at least maybe 25 million or 30 million for Sancho.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
Sancho has salary of like 1.2, 10, about 30 million.
Yeah.
Let's say 30 million pounds,
Mm-hmm.
right? Maybe I don't know if it's 2 years he has left or 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
My gut feeling is saying it's 2 years. So that's what it's really bad. It's saying 6 million. That's practically the whole money you are selling him for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you get? But you can come to an agreement since Juventus is already taking him and they're already going to pay him some parts. Man, you can pay the balance. Do you get what I'm saying? The extra
And
on
what
that part for the next
I
two years.
100% understand what you're saying, and I'm disagreeing with
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying. I think it makes no sense for Man U to cover part of his salary when number one, he's not a 300K player. I don't think he should
Mhm.
have been they should have been paying him 300K in the first place. There was an opportunity
Yeah.
for him to go to Chelsea. He was going to take a pay cut and actually get a chance to be a decent player and play,
Mm.
and he chose
Yeah.
not to do that because of pay. He left that Chelsea deal off the table because of pay. There's a chance for you
Mm.
to go to other clubs, but you're worried
Big
about
clubs.
how
This is
much
the third
money
club.
you're worried
This
so
is the
much.
third club.
You're worried about how much money you're going to get. You're not
No,
serious.
I
You're
think
not a
it's known.
serious
I
footballer.
think no,
I
I think
No,
it's
it's not
all
about that.
about
You
the
see,
extra balance on his
you
contract.
see a player like Luis Diaz is
Yeah.
fighting for him to be paid more. Luis Diaz is not paid up to Jadon Sancho. You compare Luis Diaz, you compare Jadon Sancho, they are not on the same level. Luis Diaz is
Yeah.
100% better than Jadon Sancho, and Sancho is getting
Mm.
300K. Bro, before you gain weight, move to another club, actually be a
Mm.
decent soccer player, actually play
Mm.
and show that you're worth 300K before you can earn
Mm.
that amount of salary. You don't be try to negotiate with every single person to pay you 300K when you're clearly not worth 300K, and these clubs are seeing that you're not worth 300K. I think it's a waste of time.
Which
I
is
think it's clearly
fine.
a waste of time.
But at the same time, you see, the thing is that at the same time, right? Manchester United are trying to escape. That's what I think. They're trying to escape from the contract that they have with
Mm-hmm.
Jadon Sancho. There's a balance there. If he moves to another club, okay, just like when they loaned him to Chelsea. Chelsea paid part, I think
Mm-hmm.
150. Man, you
Mm-hmm.
paid 150.
Mm-hmm.
You are still at the end of the day, if you loan him out for the next 2 years and collect loan fee, you're on the losing side because you will still need to subsidize that salary. Do you get what I'm saying? So why
Mm-hmm.
don't you just suck it up now and just do it once and for all? If
I,
Juventus
I
are willing to pay him 100,
I still feel like it's
re-
bad. I still feel like it's bad business.
it's bad business. There's
It's
nothing
bad
they can do.
business.
There's nothing they can do. But at the same time, the balance, if you negotiate with Sancho, okay, I'll give you
Mm-hmm.
100,000 or I'll pay you out 100,000 for the
Mm-hmm.
next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
While you play at Juventus, if you
Mm-hmm.
stop being a footballer, that's different. Do you get?
I
But
don't know, man. I don't know.
Man U needs to cough out some money. That's my own opinion.
I
I
don't know.
support Sancho on this.
I don't think I'm on Man U side. I don't think you should. Given the amount of
Mm.
season that they've had, they want to let all these players
Yeah.
go. I don't think this is the right time for them to be, paying a player that is not actively playing for them some part of his
Mm.
salary. I think sell him off.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
if he doesn't want to take the money that's coming from the next club, then he should sit on the bench and
Mm.
waste his career for all I care. I think it makes
Yeah,
no sense.
he's going
Sancho
to
is
be forgotten. He's
Sancho
going
is
to be for
55. I mean, Elanga is 55, and Arsenal want Noni for less than 50. Are they for real? Yeah,
thank you.
we
Yeah.
saw a here we go for Elanga to Newcastle. I think
Yeah.
that's an absolute steal. Elanga is a brilliant winger. I think him going to
Yeah.
Newcastle now that they are trying to have this Champions League team, I think it's going to be good
Yeah.
for them. Elanga is going to definitely come in and upgrade that right wing position for them.
Yeah.
So good for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sancho will become a football nomad. Sancho will become a football nomad. I'm
Yeah.
forgetting if he's not careful. He should have pressed the reset button on his career and signed with Chelsea. He's still under
That's
25.
it. On
Exactly.
25.
You're under
Yeah.
25 years
And
old.
and it's
You're
because
not
he
a
didn't sign.
300K player.
It's because he didn't sign. They went to sign Gittins.
It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to
Right?
me.
And
You're
he
not
could have locked. He played Champions League, locked down a good position. He's in a good environment.
you're not
What
even
else are you
on the
looking
level
for?
of Cole Palmer. You're not on the
And
level
you
of
will
Cole
see
Palmer.
develop. Do you
You're not
get?
you're not
And
even on the level of Lamine Yamal. And you want
yeah,
300K.
I
Like
I
who
feel like
are
if
you
I
really?
feel I feel like if he stayed in Chelsea, eh,
Mhm.
that gem or that thing we saw in Sancho will gradually
Who
come out
come out?
because he's stable.
Do
Do
you
you
want
get? He's
money
not
or
in
do
a
you want to
toxic
play football?
environment.
The question is, does Sancho want money or does Sancho want to play football?
He's
That's the
tested
question.
money now. He's tested money,
That's the
so he
question. So
wants both.
if you want to keep
He
chasing
wants both.
money, if you want to
He
keep
wants
chasing
both.
money, then you can go ahead and keep on chasing money. But the reality of the fact is, unless
Mm,
there are certain expenses and there are certain huge lifestyle cuts that you cannot make, given that maybe
mm,
you're training a lot of kids in school, you have a whole village that you're supporting, then I think maybe taking a pay cut is understandable that you will not want to do such a thing. For example, Osimhen.
true.
We don't know what
Mm.
Osimhen's family situation is like and how many people he's taking care of, right? But Osimhen is a player that is worth 300K because he has proved that he's a striker that is worth
But
300K.
Osimhen,
And
okay,
we're,
let's dive
and we're
into
hearing
let's
we're hearing news that Osimhen might sign with Galatasaray on a
he
permanent
might.
move. Yes, you didn't see the news
Oh
that came
my
out today that
days.
Osimhen might sign with Galatasaray on a permanent move.
He rejected Man U's proposal. Or Galatasaray are they in Champions League?
I don't know if Galatasaray are in Champions League, but
Check.
but
Maybe
that
they are in,
you
oh
can
if
check.
they won the league, they won their league, so they are in Champions League. I think so.
So Osimhen is thinking of signing back with Galatasaray. Don't forget with Manchester United at some point under Ten Hag, he wasn't playing for like 6 months. He was sent to Holland for some reason. Yes, and what was the reason that Ten Hag sent him there? Fitness. AB, it was
Oh
fitness.
yes, 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 yes,
Ten Hag
yes, yes,
simply came out
yes.
and said he's not good enough. He's not good enough fitness wise. That's why they sent him
Yeah.
away for a while and brought him back. They sent you away, they brought you back. He played a couple games, but Ten Hag still wasn't satisfied. And then the whole
Mm,
Dortmund thing came up, right? He went to Dortmund. Everybody was supporting him. Oh, Sancho at Dortmund. Sancho cooked what's his name? Mendes. Nuno
mm.
Mendes. Remember the whole clips that came out
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Sancho
yeah,
cooked
yeah,
Nuno
yeah.
Mendes at when
It was
at
really good.
Dortmund.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dortmund did not retain him, did not keep Sancho.
Yeah,
He comes back, has this whole Chelsea loan spell.
yeah.
Chelsea is willing to keep you. You don't want to stay
I
with
think it
Chelsea.
was I think it was a big mistake not to accept Chelsea's offer.
You don't
Simple
want to
and
stay
short.
with Chelsea
He it was a big mistake,
just
if
because you
you
don't want to
ask
take
me.
a pay cut.
And Dortmund now still there was rumors that Dortmund was going to come back for him, but they changed their mind. Do you get? So at the end of the day, he's
Because
done.
your evaluation
He's done.
is
He's
is
done.
overhyped and bloated.
He's done.
You're not worth 300K per week. Simple. But let's
And
move
this
on.
Chelsea, yeah,
Arsenal
yeah.
received a bid of 15 million euros for Trossard, but Trossard wants to stay. But there are
From
talks
who?
that Trossard possibly, I'll review the club, but there are talks that Trossard possibly could be forced out of Arsenal. The club that's coming for Trossard is Fabanace.
Oh,
Fabanace
oh,
won Trossard for 15 million euros,
oh
but
my
Trossard wants to stay.
God. You hang on. You hang
Should
on.
Trossard be staying with this team or should Trossard leave? I was telling you, I called out all the attackers that possibly Arsenal could have, and I'm
Yeah.
really feeling that everybody is going to battle for minutes. You have
Yeah. So
Waneri,
they probably need to
Saka,
sell Trossard and
Merino,
they need to sell Martinelli.
Odegaard,
They need to sell
Eze,
both of them. They need to
Noni,
sell both of them.
Zubimendi, all these guys that are coming in. Where
Yeah,
will
too
Trossard
much
play? Kai
actually.
Havertz,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Gyokeres. Trossard will not get time to play. He's either going to
Yeah.
be a squad player on the bench or he might not even make the bench at this point.
Yeah.
So there are talks that they're going to force him out. Anyways, Chelsea made an offer to include 15-year-old Arsenal midfielder Max Doman in a swap deal for winger Noni Madueke, but
They rejected it. That's their upcoming talents. Chelsea are
yes,
criminals.
Yeah.
These owners, hi God, in fact, they are
Honestly,
businessmen.
I was
They are
about to say that.
businessmen.
I was about to say that.
They are
You already said it.
businessmen.
You said where I was going. You think AB has been counting the money, but AB, I think you're on the right path counting the finances of Chelsea because Chelsea wants to be profitable. In 2 seasons, it might be forgotten. Remember, big teams now want young talent. See Garcia with
Yes,
Madrid. That kid is
Garcia.
only
Yeah,
21. I wouldn't be
21.
surprised if that kid starts to bench Mbappe. You deserve a bomb for that.
Exactly.
You deserve a big bomb for that comment. You deserve a 100%. You will be forgotten, bro. You will be
That's it. That's it. And now,
now
the,
young.
the funny thing is that Juve are really interested in Sancho. The problem now is the salary. Again, problem is the salary. God.
Football is young. You have players like Lamine Yamal. How old is Bellingham? Bellingham is not older than
Maybe
24.
22.
Bellingham is like 22. You
Mm,
have all these young boys, young stars that are
mm,
absolutely brilliant. And there are some
yeah,
prodigies that are budding, that are upcoming. In the next
coming.
2 years or 2 seasons, like AB is saying, you will be forgotten
He'll
for
be
real.
he'll be gone,
What
gone. Even
Sancho needs right now
Turkish league will not even accept him.
is to get himself
That's
into
the
a
funny
team
thing.
where he can get minutes, he can start,
Minutes and
he can get
play,
fit,
play, play,
he can
play,
score
play, play,
goals,
play, play.
that
Yeah,
PR can go high, and he can work
yeah.
his way back to that 300K.
And the funny thing is that in Chelsea, why we were based on a reward based system, right? You do well in the
100%.
season, salary goes up. You saw
Salary goes up.
Palmer did well, boom, he goes to like maybe I don't know what is on, maybe 150 now. Caicedo does well, boom. Caicedo's salary, I'm not sure if it's from one. It was on 150 before or
Yeah.
100. I don't know if it's 150. So it's reward based system. If you do well, salary goes up. So I don't get where if you are not, he's not interested in the football.
I think clubs
That's
are
my
learning a
conclusion.
lesson. I think clubs are
That's
now
my
learning a
conclusion.
lesson from these players.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't pay
yeah,
young
yeah.
stars too much money.
Yes, that's it. They are
It's a
young. Why should I
distraction.
pay you too much money?
It's a
Yeah.
big distraction from the game.
That's it.
Stop
Yeah,
playing young players too much money.
much
Pay
money.
them the
Exactly.
appropriate amount. I'm not saying
Amount.
underpay them. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
I'm saying pay them the appropriate amount.
But
We
even
have
but
stars like
even but sorry to cut you short, but even
Mhm.
players that are 19, 20 that are earning 20,000 per week. That's a lot of money.
no.
People
They should
forget.
be no. That's a lot of money, but still they should earn higher than that.
Why?
Giving the talents that they come with. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, if
Somebody
you
like
say
Cole
yeah.
Palmer. How old is Cole Palmer? Cole Palmer is young, right? Somebody like Cole
Obama is
Palmer
like 22.
is earning like 150, 180, 200, right? Around that
Oh no,
range.
it's not up to 200
But it's
Obama
earning like
age
150, 180,
and
right?
salary.
You
It's
see
not up to
someone like
150.
is how much? How much is he
This
earning?
is earning 130 and it's
Okay.
22 years.
You see somebody like Obama earning 130. They are also that
Yeah.
deal has bonuses.
Extreme,
Don't
yes.
forget.
And
They
remember,
have,
he's a
they have
baller,
bonuses and add-ons that can
right?
lead him up to 200 if possible. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Pay them like that. Pay young players like that. You pay them with incentives so that you can
They'll
get
be
them to put in
focused
so
on
much
their,
effort
yeah,
towards playing the game. And
playing.
the more
Yeah.
you reward these incentives, the players will
Yeah.
play well, and that will further fuel their development. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They develop well, they train better, they want to play well because they know that it comes with a certain amount of money. But when
Guys,
you give a young player that is like 2021 300,000
mm,
per week, what is he playing for?
that's the truth.
Right now, what
Where
is
is the
Sancho
cap?
playing for? Sancho is
Where,
not playing
yeah,
for anything
exactly.
but the money. He
Exactly.
wants that same money. Okay, the fear of clubs. Chelsea signed Sancho on 300. That is going to cause a lot of drama in the dressing room.
No, like he can never sign him on. Caicedo is earning
100% is
150
going to cause a lot of
and
drama
he's
in the dressing room.
23.
What of
Yeah.
Caicedo? What of Kopama? What of Pedro Neto? Or even Joao
Pedro Neto
Pedro,
earns 150.
right?
Let
What
me
of
even
all of
see
these
Joao
guys?
Pedro.
So are you telling me that Sancho is better than all these players? No.
He's
You
not. He's
and
not.
that's the problem with all these clubs now when it comes to this Sancho situation. They're just not willing to pay him that amount of money because they're scared of their dressing room. The moment you
Yeah.
allow this amount of salary come through the door, that player better be the next
Do
Ballon
you,
d'Or
do
winner.
you, do you know how much Joao Pedro is even earning?
How much is he earning?
Just guess. You
It's
you nearly
80K.
50K
I'm sure Brighton was even paying him less than that.
less.
I'm sure
And Brighton
Brighton
was
was
paying him
paying him
less.
20K,
Less,
if
yeah.
not, if
And
not less.
they gave him an 8-year contract worth 60 million. So it's 50K per week. So now he's focused on the football. That's
Yes,
where his mind on. And there's incentive that maybe gets it to 100. And if he does well,
yes.
automatic it triggers something, salary changes.
Yes, and
You get so
the
that's
salary will change, things will
yeah,
improve. And I think
yeah,
that that contract will get renegotiated and he's going to get a lot more than what he's getting right now. Big clubs are
yeah.
reluctant to sign established players. Chelsea has shown other clubs the way. 100%. Chelsea has shown other clubs the way. Chelsea are doing business in a very smart way. Other clubs
Nobody's ready
are
to spend on
PSG is
garbage.
saying this. Real
Yeah.
Madrid is saying this.
PSG did the same thing.
Every
Even Real Madrid
Barcelona
is
is
following
saying this.
suit.
Everybody's
Yeah.
going young. Everybody's going young.
Yeah.
They want to
Go
sign
young, pay
boys
them
that
less. Yeah.
they want to sign boys that are somewhat,
Now
working their way up
focus
to
on
their
the
prime.
football.
Yes,
Yes,
they want to
focus
sign
on the
players
football.
just before their prime that will stay with them,
Yeah.
or young
Yeah.
prodigies that are rumored to be exceptional. This is what clubs
Yeah.
are going for right now. That's the nature of the business right now, and it makes sense because these teams will turn a profit in the next 4 5 years. Nobody wants to be in a financial mess like Barcelona. Nobody wants to be
That's it.
paying
Yeah.
players that don't deserve it outrageous amounts of money like Manchester United. So I think it's a learning lesson for all these clubs moving forward. And honestly, this whole Sancho thing is just, I'm very passionate about it
Is
because I'm like, it's just a, you're
is
just using
ridiculous.
this whole salary as an excuse not to play
Is
football. It's
ridiculous.
an
Is
excuse.
ridiculous.
It's an excuse. Anyways, Arsenal are prepared to do business over Ethan Waneri, offering the youngster to Chelsea in a swap deal, which could see them offer Madueke for a further 10 million euros. What do you think about this swap deal that Arsenal is trying to do with Chelsea?
I
Waneri
think
for Madueke.
is a rumor. I don't think it would ever
You
happen.
really think?
And
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
Arsenal would do that. That
Arsenal
would be
let Waneri go. That's
most
bad business.
stupid thing to do. And I think Arsenal fans are not happy with this Madueke deal. I don't know. I think these days they seem apprehensive to every
Mhm.
product we give them.
Okay.
I
It's
don't
it,
know the Kai Havertz experience.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They are just a bit the fans are not happy that they are doing business with us. But Madueke is not a bad player.
Madueke is not a bad player.
Madueke is far ahead of Ethan Waneri. He is.
But to be fair, Ethan Waneri is raw, he's young, but Ethan Waneri is a
Yeah.
rumored prodigy. So it's like,
But he's rumored. Madueke too was rumored. We are
mhm,
seeing he's improving,
yeah,
right? You can see the trend. You are seeing that you are sure with the product you are buying in Madueke that he's going to
mhm.
improve.
Yeah, he is, he
Do
is,
you
he
get?
is.
Apart from his fine boy stuff that he does on the pitch and all those kind of nonsense,
Yeah.
but apart from that, he's fine. He's
But
a good
he's
player.
still in London, right? He's still in London.
I even
This is
like
a
him.
good move for him.
I don't know why we're selling him. He's a good guy to bring off the bench.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
But
yeah,
it
if they
depends on the
don't,
negotiation and minutes and everything. He has already said yes to Arsenal, so it depends on what Arsenal want
yeah,
to do. But let me give you this scenario. You are Jack Grealish, one of the best paid players in the world. All these clubs are
mm.
coming for you. Aston Villa, Everton, Newcastle,
And he's
Nottingham
not said
Forest,
anything.
Tottenham, and Saudi. Where are you going?
Even Nottingham Forest.
Yes. Where are you
Damn.
going? Where are you going?
How old is he? 29. He's 29. He's won everything,
Where will
right?
you go?
Jackie, Saudi boy, the bag. Let's go and get the bag in Saudi. Jackie. Let's head to Saudi. Saudi, here we go.
Because I'm like, what else are you playing for, right? There's nothing to
My
play for.
brother.
You've won the
Or if you,
treble.
or yes, you won everything. But if you want to do it, you can say, okay, let me go back to Aston Villa.
Hmm.
Left Aston Villa, go back. Uh,
Yeah.
be
To
to
to be an established player now is to play through your skin. See players like Cucurella
yeah,
playing with high energy, else he's out.
yeah,
Cucurella looks like
yeah.
every single day he's hustling for that bag. He
Ah,
plays
hmm,
like
Cucurella.
his spot is on the line.
In fact,
And I'm so confused.
is the
Like,
person that surprised us. You know, he was about leaving Chelsea.
mm,
He was about leaving Chelsea. Is the technical director that said, no, you are not going. Stay back.
mm-hmm,
Stay back. We still
mm-hmm.
believe in you. Stay back. We'll
Yeah.
give you 1 more year. Stay back.
Mm-hmm.
Because then he wasn't sure. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fans were booing him. The performances were not good.
Mm-hmm.
But now, in fact, he is hated by all fans because of the way he plays.
Nah,
Do you get?
Cucurella is
Oh, he's good.
he's
He's
unreal.
good.
Cucurella.
He's good.
He's
He's
unreal,
captain
man. He's good.
material. He's captain material, right?
He's
I
good. He's
like
good.
him.
He's good. He's
Yeah.
focused. His focus is always
Yeah.
like switched on. And the drama he had
Yeah.
with Haaland, that was funny. Anyways,
I'll never
that's
forget
most
that.
of the interesting Premier League transfers I wanted to point out. Any other Premier League transfer that we should talk about before we dive into La Liga?
Uh Osimhen rejects Man U's proposal. I don't
Yeah.
know. Hoyland wants to stay back. We've talked about Sancho. Marcus Rashford is still so Marcus Rashford now, his
Mm-hmm.
future has not even been sorted out.
It's
So
not
it's kind
being.
of like, yeah, we don't know. Man, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the club.
Mm-hmm.
Like this Champions League they didn't get. I feel like
Yeah.
it's really affecting them.
The Champions League sports. Yeah.
It's really okay, but there's something I want to talk about. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my days, Kingsley.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently Tottenham, just stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for those on the live, stay with me. Tottenham
Mm-hmm.
submitted a proposal to I don't know if it will make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Tottenham submitted a proposal to West Ham,
Yeah.
right? 50 million plus the add-on they want, 10 million add-on,
Mm-hmm.
right? Guess the conditions of the add-on they gave.
What's the add-on goals?
If we win Champions League or Premier League,
Eh? If
Tottenham
if
50 million plus 10 million add-on. Then the condition of the 10 million is if we win Champions League or Premier League. Do you know the response from West Ham?
what's the response?
Rejected. Please submit a more realistic add-on. Thanks.
If we
Like
win Champions League,
you are
you're
never winning
never going to
Champions League.
win.
You are never winning Premier League, bro. Rejected. Bye.
Oh my days! If we win
That was
Champions
really
League or Premier League, it's
Premier League.
crazy.
That was really funny when I read it.
Spurs winning
I was
Premier League,
it was oh my days. It's funny because you know why it's funny? It's also funny because West Ham rejected it and said they should submit a more
more
realistic
realistic.
add-on. More realistic. That means West Ham are
I
saying,
feel like the
bro,
add-on should be like goals or
you're
something. Or if you qualify for Champions League or something,
they don't want to pay.
you want to pay.
Sullivan,
Yeah,
the guy in West Ham, and
yeah,
Daniel Levy, they are the
mm-hmm.
same type of people,
Yeah,
opposite side of the coin. So
mm-hmm.
before this Kudus deal will be done with those
Mm-hmm.
two people,
Yeah,
Sullivan wants to have his way with the
mm-hmm.
West Ham guy.
Yeah,
Daniel Levy wants to have his way.
mm-hmm.
Why on earth would you submit you want to buy a player?
Yeah.
It is 10 million. Just put goals. He scores 20 goals or he scores
Exactly.
30
I thought
goals.
it was goals.
That's realistic,
That's why when you asked,
right?
I was thinking it
It's
was goals that they
realistic.
put there.
10 if he's a 40 goals could do scored, it will take him 3 years, 4 years. He will score it, then you
Mm,
pay. But not that you
yeah.
say that when we win Premier League or champion, what kind
Mm-hmm.
of statement is that? And
Mm-hmm.
Sullivan on his side say, brother, you are not going to fool me. I can't fall into your trap. Submit a
Nah,
more realistic add-on.
that deal doesn't make any sense. That deal doesn't make any sense. Spurs is not winning EPL or Champions League anytime soon. So
Oh my god.
they
So
might
it's
as
in
well.
actual fact they are saying we are not paying you the add-on.
Yeah, we're not going to pay you this add-on. We're just going to pay you this money. Anyways, Rodrigo continues to be
Ah.
linked with an exit from Real Madrid. Kunate apparently says he's patient and he's waiting. And it doesn't
Oh,
matter how long it takes, he's going to wait to join Real Madrid. So Ibrahim
who
Konate
said
is
that?
determined to join Real Madrid. According to Sky Sports Switzerland, the Liverpool defender is ready to wait patiently in order to join the La Liga side. So it's obvious. It is obvious now that
Damn.
Konate is going to go to Madrid. I don't understand Madrid,
Oh
man.
god.
I don't understand
You know,
them.
you know what I think now?
Mm-hmm.
You see when Chelsea signed players and they give them 8-year deal, Fernandez 10
Mm-hmm.
years, Caicedo, Kopama 11. I think it's Caicedo or Kopama that is 11 years. I
When
think
you
it's
see
Caicedo.
when you see deals like
11.
that, you're like,
They
it
laugh,
doesn't make
"Oh,
sense.
Chelsea, they are stupid. They are
This is it.
It's because of Los Blancos.
It's because
Because
of
if you
them.
give it, you buy a player for 100 million,
Yeah,
5 years, 5 years goes like this.
it goes by fast.
Before you know it, 3 years is gone.
Hmm.
Then Real Madrid comes and they start to put something in his head.
When
Oh,
they have
don't
two
sign a
years
new
left,
deal.
when they have
Yeah,
2 years
don't sign.
left, you
Don't
try to
sign a
you
new
try
deal.
to
Don't
renew.
sign a new
You,
deal.
no,
Yeah,
clubs will try to renew at that 2 year two
two
years left
years.
mark to
Yeah,
extend for another 2 or 3 years. But
yeah,
now Real Madrid, they'll tell you don't sign. This is exactly what they did with Mbappe. They told him don't sign.
exactly,
Mbappe waited. The next season, there was drama from
exactly.
PSG and Mbappe, and
Fight. They reported.
PSG Mbappe had to talk and everything, and they discussed on one or two things, and then before you know it, he still went. I suppose that's the only way out for established players. Play out the contract, else no one will pay a high wage. Will pay you a high wage. Yeah, it's almost like these players know that they will go for an extremely high amount of money, so they want to remove
Mm,
that from the table and be more okay. I've agreed personal terms. You've agreed personal terms. You know,
mm,
pay me a high salary, pay me this bonus, this sign-on bonus, and all these things, and then let me just
yeah,
join your club without you worrying about the club-to-club conversation that might happen. So I don't really like it
true.
though. I don't really like it. I actually don't
So
like it.
now, so that's the thing now.
I
Maybe
don't like it.
football
It's
is going to move
unfair.
towards the NBA type of contracts, 10 years, 11 years contracts. We might start having that now,
I think
7
that's the
years.
best. I think that's the best
Yeah,
thing to do
I
because
think seven.
it's
To me,
unfair.
7 years is good.
For example,
7 years is
you
good.
sign a player like Konate or
Yeah,
Trent, all these guys. You spend so
yeah.
much
Much
resources
money.
to
You
get
training
them
them.
to the
Yes.
level that they are at,
Every
and
and
then they get
somebody
to that
comes and just
level.
blocks them
Someone
for
just takes
free.
them for free. You don't
Oh,
even
that's
get
not fair.
any return on investment at all.
That's not fair.
It's
That's
such
not
a
fair.
very, very wicked way to do business. But business
That's
is
not fair.
business at the end of the day. Madrid, they don't care. They have the pool to pull any player that they want. And they're like, hey, come to my club, and then they go to the club.
Maybe what do you think of setting a rule where if a player, so it's just like the case of Konate now, if
Yeah.
another club starts to have conversation with them
Yeah.
before their contract expires
Mm-hmm.
and their contract runs out and they go to that same club
Mm-hmm.
and there's evidence that they had discussion,
How will you prove that?
that's the problem.
How will you prove that?
Then Madrid or the club has to give some compensation.
Exactly. No one will pay Osimhen 300K per week if he's not a free agent.
Free
That's the current
agent,
market.
yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
100% the
yeah,
current market.
yeah,
If you're not
yeah.
a free
Because there's
agent,
no
nobody's going to
money,
pay you
right?
300K.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't I don't know why there's no money.
There's no money
It's
because
the
COVID,
football
COVID.
economy. The football economy is bad. Nobody's buying tickets. No one's watching games in the stadium.
Yeah.
T-shirt sales are not as high as before. What exactly is going on? Why are teams being stingy? I think there's money. My theory is Madrid started a very sneaky trend in the way they do
Sneaky,
business.
exactly.
Other
Yeah.
teams
They
saw
did it
this.
with us. Rudiger, but Barcelona took forgotten his name, Christensen. Do
Mhm.
you get? That's why we have a defensive. Christensen was from our academy, really good defender. Rudiger, we bought him when he was like 23, 24. He stayed with us till like maybe 28. Then Real Madrid snaps him up for free of charge. That's what they got Rudiger for.
Madrid, man.
It's really painful.
Madrid,
Really, really
Madrid,
painful.
Madrid. Anyways,
Really, really painful.
Hansi Flick says he wants to sign Juventus midfielder Udis. This is news I've already talked about before,
Yeah,
but
you said it yesterday.
we don't know how true this will happen because
Yeah.
they are feeling like this summer maybe it's not possible that they will sign him,
They
but it's
don't
looking
have
like
money.
they really don't have money. I feel like
Yeah.
every transfer news I see about Barcelona wanting to sign a player is just jokes to
Mm.
me because Barcelona clearly don't have the money to sign anybody. They can't even sign me. That's how bad it is. And I'm a 9 to 5.
Oh,
I don't even play professionally. Barcelona can't even sign me. They are broke and they
damn,
need to focus
damn.
on academy talent. I'm serious.
I think so. I think so too.
It's
I
the
think
rules,
so.
too many rules.
PSR.
PSR, blah
Yeah.
blah, no European Super
No,
League
that's
and all
Super
that.
League. True.
Yeah.
But the current, so okay, if the Super League came, anyways, if the Super League came in, probably
Mm-hmm.
the clubs will have more money
Mm-hmm.
because they will have the access to the money directly more. I think
Mm-hmm.
UEFA, but what UEFA has done, they try to copy the format of Super League to keep
Mm-hmm.
everybody happy.
Yeah.
I think so, right? The clubs will get more money from playing in the group stages. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Super League might have given, let's say, Real Madrid was the strong advocate for Super League, right?
Okay.
They were strong
But
advocates for Super League. So
yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know if I'm still thinking about it and just looking at the whole thing with this European Super League. How does that factor into the way they are doing business now? How does that factor into it?
you mean the Super League?
Yeah, because it's like it's the rules, too many rules, PSR, blah blah
No,
blah.
PSR is basically the basic summary of PSR is you cannot spend more than maybe 80% of your
Mm.
revenue or something on transfers,
So in order to get those superstars, just
right?
convince them to come for free.
Come for free. You have to get more sponsors. You have to do well, generate more
Mm.
income to spend more money, right? Before, what clubs were generally doing was they just go out, buy, borrow money. Then
Mm.
someone like Real Madrid now, go out, they 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 go out, spend money,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe like let's say they sign like a C Ronaldo,
Yeah.
then sales from shirts and all of that help
Mm-hmm.
them to balance the book. Do you get?
Mm.
But you can't really do that anymore, right? So yeah, it just depends. It depends.
Yeah, I guess it depends. You're Real Madrid and you have Mendy and you have Fran Garcia. Who are you keeping? Who are you selling?
If I have what?
You're Real Madrid, you have Garcia, Fran Garcia that plays for them right
Yeah,
now at the Club World Cup, and you have Ferland Mendy. Who are you keeping?
yeah.
Who are you selling?
Ferramendi, Garcia,
Mm-hmm.
and who else?
You have Garcia. I just called his full
Yeah,
name, Fran
a
Garcia.
left back. Yeah,
Both of them are left backs, and you have
yeah,
Mendy. Who are you
yeah.
keeping? Who are you selling?
Uh I'll keep both of them, I think.
If you said Mendy is useless,
Why is Mendy useless? He
he
can
said
serve
Mendy
as
is
backup.
useless.
He can serve as backup coming up from the bench. The only issue is that injury, he's injury prone now, right?
Hmm.
So let's just be saying Mendy will be sold, possibly,
Yeah,
right?
Mendy.
We
Oh,
don't
that's the
know.
report I'm about to drop with Fran Garcia
Yeah,
doing well in the Club World Cup. Madrid,
yeah.
I'm most likely
They want to
thinking that
sell
Mendy
Mendy.
Mendy is going to leave. Yeah. Mendy
Oh
is not dynamic enough to
God.
play in Alonso's system. Yeah, I think that wing back Mendy might struggle a little bit. And I'm also concerned that he
But
might
which
also
which
pick
club
up so much
which
injuries.
which club does he go to now? That's the problem.
That's up to Mendy and Real Madrid. But if they drop it, we'll talk about it. That's up to them
Oh
to
my
figure out.
days.
But anyways, there's a boarding swap deal that Real Madrid is thinking about doing for Rodrigo and Vitinha with PSG. They're thinking of getting Vitinha and giving them Rodrigo.
They are not giving them Vitinha. They should forget about it.
Madrid,
They
they are
should
just like
they
they're
should
just
forget
crazy.
this Los Blancos. They should forget about it.
They're just
Forget
crazy,
about
man.
it. You're not getting Vitinha. If you're getting Vitinha, you bring out 150 million. You have to bring out big money.
I don't think we'll keep doing all this. We'll keep doing all this till before you know it, Vitinha is at Real Madrid. Because it just takes
Sure.
Vitinha to say I want to go to
Yeah.
Madrid.
Yeah.
And that kind of forces PSG's hand a
It's
little bit.
done. It's
Mendy's
done.
closer to that fullback who used to play for Manchester United a couple years ago. Very good defensive, not as good
Oh,
offensively.
Wan-Bissaka.
That
Wan-Bissaka. That's Wan-Bissaka.
that's
It's
what I
Wan-Bissaka
feel.
is talking
I feel
about.
like I feel like
Yeah.
Mendy is more of a fullback than he is a wing back,
Mm,
and I feel like he was not going to really offer much in this Alonso system. Plus, even if he
yeah.
tries to fit into the system, he might pick up a lot more injuries because this system will require a lot of running for the wing backs,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
back
Yep.
and forth.
Yep.
Fitness level has to be high.
It might not survive it. Yeah.
Vitinha for Rodrigo makes no sense. How does it make no sense? I
That's what
mean,
I'm
it makes
saying.
no
Like
sense for PSG, but
every deal makes sense for Real Madrid at
everything
this
makes
point.
sense for Real Madrid. Give me
Yeah.
away to Rodrigo I don't want. Get
Yeah.
Vitinha into
And
my
call
midfield.
Vitinha. Yeah.
We already know
Anyways,
this club on young talent. Once a young
yeah,
talent shows, he's going to
shows
a top club, unlike before. It's a new era. Yeah. Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Yeah. What were you going to say?
Anyways,
What were you going to say?
yeah, I'm just thinking about Real Madrid. You want Vitinha.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that PSG, they are still angry about that Mbappe deal.
They are.
They are
They
still
are.
angry.
They are
They are still,
pissed.
and so I don't know how they are going to get it. I
They
don't
are,
even know how
they
they
are
are going to
pissed.
even start the discussion,
They are pissed.
because PSG don't need the money. They don't.
They absolutely don't.
They don't need the money.
They
So
don't.
how are you coming to them to tell them sell your most prized assets? Why?
Vitinha.
Why would I? Why would I do that?
PSG should please save football and not sell Vitinha. Please save football. Because if you sell
Yeah,
Vitinha to Madrid, Madrid gets Konate the next season. They
no,
have
well done,
Trent, they have
well
Konate,
done,
they have Vitinha, they have Franco
well done.
Mastatouno, they
You see
have,
what happened
they
to
have
um,
Gonzalo Garcia, Mbappe, Vinicius, all these crazy players. Nobody's beating Madrid, bro. Nobody's really
we
beating
see,
Madrid.
we see.
Depends on how the coach sets them up. What happened to the Steeler links that Madrid had, the German guy? Oh, there were links to Steeler? Who is
You
this?
mentioned it 2 days ago, right?
I did.
Yeah,
Did
you,
I? I
yes,
don't even remember
yes.
my own. I don't even remember my own news.
You mentioned it 2 days ago when you talked
Oh, I
about him
did.
that is young, is, yeah, looking into
Angelo
him. Then
Steeler. Yeah,
we
you're right.
mentioned
You're right. You're right.
we
You're right.
mentioned Alonso
From
also.
Stuttgart.
There, there's no news on him. Like I didn't see
Yeah,
anything on
there's
him
nothing on
today,
him. There's nothing on him
so
right
I
now.
don't know. He said, AB saying, why is PSG angry? They just won the Champions League without the, oh, thank you.
Without the obvious superstars. Yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at the end of the day,
So
man,
that's the thing. They just
selling
want Champions
Vitinha,
League. Why should we sell Vitinha? Why?
selling Vitinha is an L, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's a
So why
big
should we?
loss. Like,
Ah, yes. The PSG versus Real Madrid is going to be crazy.
and I feel
I'm
like that's what
telling
is
you.
going to convince them whether they want that Vitinha or not.
Or
Because
not,
if
I'm
Vitinha
telling you.
cooks them,
Oh my God. They are
I
bringing out
can
the
already
checkbook.
think of what he's going to do.
They
Perez
are
is going
going
to be
to
like,
bring out the
yo,
checkbook.
100 million, in fact, 180 million
Not,
euros. Give me,
nothing less
give
than
me
150.
Vitinha. Give
Yeah.
me Vitinha. Did
And
you
and
guys see what Luis Diaz did? His time might be over at the club. So what did he do? What did he do? I only heard that he accepted.
he's trying to he's trying to force a move now. He's agreeing
we
personal terms.
we heard he agreed personal terms with Bayern,
Yeah.
and I don't know what else. What else did he do? You let us know in chat. What else did he do? The only thing I saw is he agreed personal terms with Bayern. Here we go again with Barcelona, man. They are back again in this transfer news. Barcelona are
Wow.
looking to sign Inter right back Denzel Dumfries. I don't think so.
Mm.
I don't think any deal is going to happen for Barcelona.
Why?
I just feel like it's just talk. Oh yeah, we're looking to sign this. Oh yeah, we're looking to sign that. It's
Oh, I
just
saw.
talk.
I'm seeing what sorry to cut you short. I'm seeing what SSB.
What did Luis Diaz do?
Ah, damn.
What's
So
that?
I don't know if this is true. Wait just a second. He said Luis Diaz angers Liverpool fans by laughing and dancing while everybody mourns Jota. He said the Colombian was seen at several events with Colombian influencers, while the whole Liverpool squad paid tribute to his brother in Portugal. You know, the Liverpool team, they went to Portugal, right?
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he went. He didn't go.
he didn't
I
go.
mean, I don't think so. He didn't go. That's what they are saying here.
Wow. Oh my God, he didn't go. That's what
Yeah,
SSB just
he
said.
didn't go. He didn't
Diaz
go.
didn't go
So he remained.
To Jota
Imagine.
funeral and was on
And this
social
is
media
somebody
partying
that
during
this
that time.
God, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's
Nah,
terrible. Oh
that's really
my
bad.
God. Oh my
That's really
God.
bad. Jota showed Diaz support when his father was in the situation with the kidnapping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember
I
that
remember that
story.
time.
Yeah.
He was a great friend. He said the Colombian was a great friend of Diego. Was in Colombia fulfilling some agreements with sponsors and influencers. Imagine that. So
And he
you
did
cannot
fly out
wait.
for his friend.
You can't wait. Your friend's
Literally, there's no
burial.
excuse because literally
Ah,
Ruben Neves he got kicked out of the Club World Cup and went for the funeral. He flew back the next day for the
imagine.
funeral from the US. You know how long that flight? That's a 10-hour
Mm,
flight. That's like a 10, 8,
wow.
8, 9 hour flight that he took to go back.
Damn, that's bad. You see,
That's
South
really sad.
American fans have turned on their so many fans were cursing him out.
In Spanish Twitter.
Imagine,
Wow,
yes,
Nunez left
even
his vacation. Yeah,
Nunes.
Nunez even cut his hair, right? Did you notice?
I didn't
I was
notice.
surprised.
Nunes has cut his hair.
Nunes shaved his whole hair. He
Is it
didn't
for
notice.
Diogo
I don't know
Jota?
if it was for Diego Jota, but Nunes shaved his entire head. I
Oh
think
my
it's. I think
god.
Luis
Why?
Diaz wants to leave.
No, but that's bad.
I
This is a
think he wants
human
to
being
leave.
that died. Is a human being that died.
Everywhere around the
We
world, they are paying tribute to Jota.
God,
They were
yes,
his teammates,
they even
same
did
locker room.
yes, 1 minute silence. Even people that didn't like different clubs around the world did 1 minute silence just to pay tribute and sad people crying. Then you that you share the same bathroom,
The same
locker
locker
room,
room, the same
shower.
pitch
Oh
with him.
God.
You can't travel there.
Oh, Barca
Barca
fans are
fans
saying
say
they
they don't
don't
want
want him.
Diaz now. They've never wanted Diaz, bro.
They
They've
can't
never
afford
wanted
him.
Diaz. No, Barca fans have always said they've never wanted Diaz. To be honest,
Oh, they've been
I've been seeing
serious.
Barca fans say it's a waste of money for them to sign Diaz because they would have preferred Nico Williams
Oh,
than Diaz. You know that Nico Williams deal was what Barca fans preferred, but this whole Luis Diaz thing, I don't think it's gonna happen, bro. I don't think it's gonna happen. PSG play like a machine. Only God knows how Enrique coached that team. Remember Chelsea almost signed Enrique same 2 seasons back. Child, mistake.
yes. Yeah. So sad. Yeah.
Instead, who did you guys go for instead of Enrique? Pochettino
Pochettino, imagine.
is
And do you
one
know
of the
the
most
funny thing?
greatest
Do
things
you
I've
know the
seen.
funny thing? They
Someone,
said from what I heard, Luis Enrique came with
mhm,
PowerPoint and like he was basically trying to convince the board that he was
of
going
the
to do
plan.
something. Like, imagine we had Enrique,
You guys should have won something.
one, Kingsley.
You guys should have won something
We are
back.
3 years into the project. We could have won. Let me not say Premier League, but that's too early. But see
You
what
guys should
is
have
done
won a
with
lot of things.
PSG. See what we've done with
Unreal.
PSG.
I feel like I feel like Luis Enrique has brought in a new style of football. Almost. It almost feels like it. With what he's doing. Anyway, it's not the new style of football, but with what he's doing with the wing backs is unreal, bro.
Yeah.
His wing backs are like he's using attacking wing backs in a different way. These guys are almost like wing back strikers. There are so
Yeah.
many people that can score you in PSG. Nuno Mendes can
So
score you.
many, so
Hakimi
many,
can
so
score you.
many,
Kvaratskhelia
so many,
can score you.
so
Dembele can
many,
score you. Due can score
so
you.
many.
How many people are you stopping, bro? Like how many people?
The only
The
person
way
that
he
cannot
plays
score you
them,
is just Donnarumma because he's at the back. The rest can score you.
the high energy wing backs that he uses, and then he has that maestro in that midfield, pulling the
that
strings,
that controls everything.
playmaking from deep, playmaking even in the final third. Like, man, is unreal, man.
Yeah.
Enrique brought back the attacking wing backs and DMs dropping to three at the yeah. The way he's
Yeah.
doing it, I feel like Xabi Alonso almost is trying to do the same thing with what he's doing at Madrid. Have you noticed? Xabi Alonso is using a
Oh
lot of
yes, yes,
wing back
yes, yes,
play
yes, yes,
and bringing it
yes,
there.
yes.
Football
And
is
the DM.
this
Yeah.
is exactly what convinced me why Pep decided to buy traditional wing backs.
You
For
think
Pep
so?
to say he wants to sign Ryan, I knew signed him, and now Pep was rumored to wanting to sign Dumfries. I don't know if you know
Yes.
Dumfries was linked to
Yes,
City.
yes, yes, yes. 3
Dumfries
days
being
ago.
linked to City
Three
like three
days
days
ago.
ago. I
Yes.
feel like this football era, even
Yeah.
I'm not even going to stop there. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Liverpool too. Liverpool signing Kekes, signing Frimpong. The world
Yes,
is
it's
moving
true. You
into
are
attacking wing
right.
backs. The world
Yeah,
is
yeah,
moving
you
into
are right.
attacking wing backs. Top
You are
teams are
right.
now realizing that your wing backs
Yeah,
are super important. They are
are
super
so
important.
important. Yeah.
Watch Arsenal try this stuff next season. They will, bro. 100%. They will. Every team now will try to
Mm,
sign wing backs or try to
obviously.
get very, very high. Because your wing backs they need to be fast, they need to be pacey, they need to be
Fast. Yep,
strong,
yep,
they need to have
yep.
stamina, they need to be good defensively, and they should also be good in the final third. They should know how to
Attacking
give a
part.
cross,
Yeah,
they should know how to score or give a good
yeah.
pass. So it's crazy. They said Luis Enrique's submission at the Chelsea interview was powerful and impressive. A coach that transformed Dembele to Ballon d'Or
Yeah,
level
yeah.
after
After 7, yeah.
yes,
Yeah, that's the only disappointment I had with these new owners. Had they been the
yeah.
picked Enrique, he would have even helped them with player transfers, getting good players.
But I'm just thinking about Luis Enrique at Chelsea and how he would have transformed Cucurella and Gusto. You know,
Ah, Kingsley.
those guys would
Hey.
have become something deadly. Those guys
Oh my,
become
oh my God.
unstoppable. Unstoppable. I'm telling you, bro.
I
unstoppable.
said Victor Moses will cook
Who
in
cook
this
in this
era.
era, bro? This I'm telling you, man.
Oh my God,
This
that's
this era
funny.
of fullbacks, I'm really enjoying. I'm not going to lie. Football is
Everybody's
getting a
enjoying it.
little bit more interesting attacking wise because this whole Pep
Even
system
Pep is trying to
move
change. He's trying to
adjust
follow the
everybody
rest.
be in this
He's
position. Everybody be in this
he's
position.
trying to follow the rest as
It's
he is
boring.
now.
It's boring. Pep was
So
making
that's it.
football boring. It was too
Yeah.
play out of the back, play a
Back.
certain way,
Yeah, it's done. We're done with that.
ball playing keepers.
Then
They don't need
keeper,
all those
yeah,
ball playing
done,
keeper. Be a good
done.
keeper that can give a
Yeah,
normal cross, and he has
yeah.
to. After
Yes,
you've been
that's it.
destroyed by and beaten by almost how many teams? I
Al
mean,
Hilal just beat him.
and Alila
That's the
really
latest one.
kicked him out of the Club World Cup. Of course, he has to change. There's no
It
other
has to
point.
change, yeah. But on that note, Nico Gonzalez, right? The guy is signed in place of
The
what's it,
era, yeah,
Rodri.
Nico Gonzalez,
You know
yeah.
he's leaving this summer.
Yeah. I said it now. I said it yesterday's live,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
two
So
lives
that's
ago.
sad.
Yeah,
So
era of
era of
fullbacks.
fullback
I'm playing from the back. Victor Moses will ball. Do you guys remember those Man City versus Arsenal stinker games? Some of the worst games to watch. Yeah, bro.
was bad,
Boring.
bad, bad,
I don't know, man.
bad.
I'm just happy that PSG. I'm kind of gutted that we didn't go far in the Champions League. You
And
know,
you were beaten by the Champions League winners,
but
so
no,
that's it.
I've not even finished what I was saying.
Yeah,
I was about to say that
yeah,
I'm gutted
yeah,
that we didn't go find the Champions League, but I'm glad
yeah.
that PSG won because they changed football, man.
Yes.
The way we look at the game, they changed it. They changed it.
Ah, SSB, please don't jinx
We're not
us.
here, we're not here, Club
And,
World Cup. We're
and,
not here, Club World Cup.
enemies,
Let
enemies.
me drop this. Let me
Once,
drop this.
once they start to call my club
Speaking
now, it's
of
problem.
Al
Yeah.
Hilal have spent several weeks in talks with
And
representatives of Lionel Messi.
you,
They want to bring
I hate
Messi
it.
to the Middle East to reignite the rivalry with Cristiano
Oh,
Ronaldo.
but they don't need him in that team.
And
Where is he going to play?
the
Is he
battle
going
of
to
the
be as
old
a
heads.
striker?
The
He's
battle
going
of
to
the
be
old
as a
heads.
striker.
Who
Except
cares?
he's going to play as striker.
Who cares?
No. That's
Messi
the
is
only
not going to go.
position.
Messi is not going to go, bro.
Why?
The heat. He'll give up his Apple TV deal and his deal with Inter Miami. His family is cruising in
But
Miami. He's
Saudi
close to
can give him
Argentina.
if he's Mon
Messi
Kingsley,
is
if
close to
he's
home. He's close to Argentina. He can take one flight
Kingsley,
back home.
he,
It's a 2-hour
did
flight.
you wait? Listen, you saw the contract of Al Nassr to see Ronaldo.
I saw the
They
contract.
can give Messi a personal private jet,
But
brother.
why do you
Any
want
with
that?
pilot, any day you want to go home.
Why do you
This is
need
a
it?
pilot. This is your air driver, the person that be driving in the air. One of your drivers, your air boss,
I like to
right?
believe that there is a certain I like to believe that it gets to a certain amount of money that you touch that you're just
Mm,
like money is water, bro. You know, I see this every
money.
day. What is $10 million?
To
How
Messi now
much
is
money
nothing,
does
but
Messi has made a lot of money? Do you know how much Barcelona was paying him in his era, in his prime? How
no,
much
they
does
just
Saudi
want
want to
to
offer him
ignite.
again?
They want to ignite that rivalry at least for the next 1 year before they
Nah,
both retire,
it's
right?
unnecessary. It's just
Messi
for
has only
money.
one. Messi has 1 year left
I
to
think
play football.
if I'm being honest with you, I feel like Messi
He's
should
tired.
retire after Club
He's
World Cup,
tired. He looks tired. He looks tired.
After World
He's
Cup
tired.
26, hang
He
up the
should
boots
just hang up the boots. But I
and
think
just do business.
next year will be his last year
I think he has one more
for
season
sure,
in him. One more
for
season
sure.
in
But
him.
Kingsley, there's nothing the Saudi people cannot do. There's nothing they
Neymar
cannot
versus
do.
CR7 flopped. So now try Messi. Bro, Neymar was done with football like 2 seasons ago. I don't know why Neymar kept on pushing.
Even 3 seasons ago, the guy never
Neymar,
wanted to play football.
Neymar kept on pushing and pushing until he ended up in Santos. What Enrique and PSG did is inspiring. Is inspiring Chelsea play. I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea gets to the Club World Cup final. They are playing with more composure and confidence. I've said it on this live time and time again that
You
Chelsea
still need
have
talking.
no excuse to not get to the final of the Club World Cup. We'll get into the Club World
Things
Cup
you will
very
get
soon.
it, and I'll give you our
But
excuses. And
I'm just
AP
putting
and
it
every
out there.
Chelsea fan will back me on
I'm just
this.
putting it out there. Anyways,
Yeah.
Osimhen is saying, Osimhen is saying in Turkey,
Yeah,
Galatasaray
Galatasaray.
are
Yeah.
thinking of a deal.
Yeah.
Galatasaray are thinking of a deal to have Osimhen on a permanent move to Turkey. I don't think it makes sense because I feel like Osimhen is an unreal player. But if clubs don't come for him, then what do you want him to do, right?
But he just rejected the proposal of Man U.
It's Man U, bro. Like, why will you go to Man
This
U?
Man U will destroy his career.
It's
He
Man
still be
U.
done. He will be done.
Nah. Maybe he's really enjoying Turkey. Maybe Turkey is really good for
I
him.
think
He's
so.
enjoying the maybe he's enjoying the vibe in Galatasaray. I don't blame a guy
Nice,
for getting
nice
paid
food.
for getting paid the amount of money he deserves and just stay in a place where you feel
Are
good.
they paying him huge money, huge salary?
I don't know. Maybe the salary is split between Napoli and Galatasaray,
Probably.
but it depends on
Probably.
what the permanent move looks like. But it feels like Osimhen said yes to Galatasaray. I'm not
Okay.
sure. Neymar was
Maybe
done when he got to Paris. Yeah, bro. I think he just went to Paris for like the vibes, the sponsorship deal, the money,
mm,
being in Paris, France, party city, party
yeah, yeah.
lifestyle. But now it's
Neymar,
just yeah.
nah, he never kept himself fit.
AC Milan are looking to sign Bayer Leverkusen striker Victor Boniface. The deal is estimated to be worth around 40 million euros. I don't know. Boniface was having this buzz like, is it 2 seasons
Yes,
ago?
when they did that unbeaten.
Boniface
Remember
was
that
it was
season,
everywhere. Boniface,
was
Boniface,
banging
Boniface,
in
Boniface.
goal, left, right, center. I was like, who is this guy?
I want to see Boniface go to a top club. He's a top
Top
player
club.
though.
He's a good
Boniface
striker.
is a good
He's a
striker.
good striker.
I really thought that Premier League teams would come for Boniface.
What of Boniface to Man U?
Nah, don't go to Man U, man. Don't go to Man U. Don't go to Man U.
It seems like you're opposed to anybody going to Man U.
Ah,
Someone has to go to Man U,
not
bro.
right now. Not right now. Let Man U
So
get that.
nobody, so
See,
nobody goes to Man U right now.
Man U, they're still transitioning. Let them get their Premier League
Their,
proven
their
people.
transition
Do you
years.
know the reason
Remember
why? Yeah, do you know the reason why I don't want Boniface to go to Man U? I don't
why?
want Man U fans to have an excuse.
Why? Why do
Because
you
it
say
seems
that?
like if Boniface should go to Man U now, oh,
Mm,
Boniface is not scoring, he's not good, this and that. Man U and their fans, they know how to blame every other thing but the
players.
problem. But the problem, they
No,
will
but
call every
okay,
other thing but the
Kingsley,
problem.
Kingsley. Okay, you are saying Boniface. If Boniface is not scoring, is it Calvert Lewin that will score?
They should take their Cavatoon. They should take their Premier
Oh
League
my
proven. They should
God,
take
that's
all
bad.
their scraps.
That's
They should take
that's
their
bad. Even if
yes.
Bremen deal is still in the air,
Mbemo deal will be
see
closed.
now.
Mbemo deal will be closed, I'm sure. Mbemo should go, Cunha should go, Dogu, Ahmad, Bruno Fernandez,
Yeah,
Casemiro maybe Saudi bound,
yeah.
Ugarte, um, Maguire and all the
Hoyland,
other
what of
people.
Hoyland?
Hoyland will probably leave, but I don't know. Yeah, I
Wow,
watched an interview where Boniface said he doesn't really like the Premier League. Even the interviewer was shocked. Some people
that's
just maybe
shocking.
don't like the Premier League. Maybe he
I
just
think
prefers
it's
other
the
parts of
media.
Europe.
The media in Premier League
It's
is
quite
too
toxic.
much.
It's quite
It's
toxic.
too much. It's too much. Even the coach of Man, you said it.
Oh, I'm already
What's
right.
his name? He said to be honest, he said this guy that Sky Sports Gary Neville asked him, say what differences do you notice in the Premier? And he said number one, media. There's too much media attention.
It's one of the
I've
most watched leagues in the world, right?
I've
There
not
has to
seen
be.
I've not seen this much media attention.
But there has to
So,
be, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Ten Hag
Um,
doesn't want Boniface. I don't know.
I don't know what's wrong with that brother. That brother called Ten Hag. He's a
Mhm.
good striker. Why is he selling him?
I don't think he's selling him. I think it's just, if clubs are coming for him, clubs are coming for him. If AC Milan comes
But
for
they've
him,
sold to. I feel like Leverkusen they are
I
selling
actually think that
selling too many
Boniface,
people.
should go to Inter Milan.
Inter. Not bad.
Instead
Not
of
bad.
Inter Milan going to sign Hoyland, they should sign
Oilon,
Boniface.
Boniface will be better.
Boniface will
Far
be
better,
better for
actually.
them, I feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this transfer conversation with Inter Miami. Inter Miami are interested in signing DePaul, but there are talks that Flamengo are also
Yeah.
interested in signing
Interested.
DePaul as well. So
Yeah.
these are all the transfer stuff I wanted to talk about. But yeah, let's dive into Club World Cup. You guys are playing tomorrow. Chelsea, Fluminense.
I take a
What
deep
are the
breath.
excuses? What are
Yeah.
the excuses?
So let me give you my excuses why.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
let me put it out because I like to put it out there before the match in
Mhm.
case. And you guys see this as evidence. Do
Mm-hmm.
you get? First of all, what's the time of the game? When are they playing this game?
So now you want to use time of the game as an excuse. Anyways, is
No,
it
I'm
they are both happening at the same time, 2 p.m. My
2
time,
p.m.
2 p.m. my
Wow,
time.
that's
So
that's early.
yeah,
That's
2
early.
p.m. 2
Okay,
p.m. like my time. So yeah.
okay. So at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing is I'm happy Caicedo is coming back.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
But my coach, it depends on who he brings out. That guy can be funny.
Have lineups been released?
I don't know. Maresca can be funny. Maybe he's released. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maresca is a funny man. We saw
Mm-hmm.
him try Reece James in midfield in the last game when he knew it did not work. Two game in the first round. Luckily for us, Reece James went on injury. That's what still kept us in this competition.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? I'm
Yeah.
happy,
I'm
happy,
listening.
I'm happy, I'm happy Caicedo is coming back. I'm happy, somewhat happy that Dilap is not playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a blessing in disguise.
Why do you think?
You
Why do you
knew
think it's a blessing in disguise for the lab not to
I
play?
think it's a blessing in disguise because I saw too many runs that he made that he was kind of slow,
Mm-hmm.
not up to speed. He's not reading the play. So
Mm-hmm.
I think we need one person to come into that game
Mm-hmm.
and prove himself.
Okay.
The fury inside of him. We want to see the fury. He said today he wants to stay at Chelsea Football Club to fight for his jersey. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Who is the person?
Nicholas Jackson.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, he said the lab doesn't have the yes, it doesn't. So that's why I'm happy. I'm just praying he comes in with the normal sense that he has. Forget this red card course that he currently is on now.
Mhm.
Because I call it the red card course that is on Jackson. We hope that he's been delivered from it. Comes in and does something. There's something I know Jackson's an average striker, but there's something about him. When the matches that people, especially the period where the chips are down. People are
Mhm.
again not against it, but press are like, oh, Jackson is not good. This is it. He comes in and he does something.
Mhm.
Always,
Hard work.
always,
Hard work beats talent anytime.
always, right?
Mhm.
Because he's always trying to prove a point. Joao Pedro is going to play against his old club, Fluminense. That's where he
Mhm.
came from. And you know what happens when old players play against their old clubs.
What
What do you
happens?
think happens?
What
They
happens?
always score them. They always have a good performance. You saw what Estavo did to us. Our own
Mhm.
boy, he
Yeah.
scored us. Do you
Yeah.
get? So well, I'm hoping that drop. This is just hope. Do you
Mhm.
get? Second excuse I have, apart from my coach, we go back to the basis.
Mhm.
Sanchez is still in goal.
Mm. Okay.
If Sanchez takes the thing that he takes before game that makes him unstable
Mhm.
in his decision making, then we
Mhm.
are done. We're out.
Yeah.
But if he comes with his thinking cap, smart about what he's doing, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes, Fluminense is going to attack us. They don't rest. No Brazilian team respects us.
But
No one
Fluminense, they
res-
kind of like hold back
They defend.
sometimes.
They
Like they
like to no, they
defend.
like to defend, but I think they will be a bit bold against Chelsea.
Yeah, they'll come
Do
out.
you get? They
If
will be like,
Flamengo, if
oh,
Flamengo could beat you guys,
Can do it. Yes, we too can do it.
why not? Yeah.
And I'm happy with that. If they can attack us, it's
I'm going
better
to I'm
for
going to
us.
be really honest with you. I don't think that game is going to be an easy game. I don't
It's
think it's
not.
I don't think it's going to be
Oh,
easy.
you think I'm saying it's going to be easy?
I don't think it's
Is
I think the
is it? Are
sun is
you
affecting that.
maybe this it's more than sun that is affecting UV rays is affecting Sanchez. He's thinking everything. That's what is
Man.
affecting Sanchez
It's
now.
going to be tough for you guys that
It's going to
game.
be tough.
But I think it's a
I
game
don't
that you
know.
guys can win. But it's going
I
to be
don't know.
tough.
If we don't win, I won't be surprised. So
Yeah, it's okay. Let's
you
talk
see, you
about
can't
PSG.
play low block.
Yeah,
It's
that game
50
is
50
50. Yeah, that
actually.
game is 50-50.
Yeah.
You can't play look block against Chelsea. Yeah, I think they'll come out. They'll come out. PSG, Real Madrid. Ah, my day.
Damn, that's a big one.
I feel like that's the game
That's
everybody's gonna watch that game.
you forget about Chelsea and Flamini. And
Everybody, nobody's
they're
talking
playing
about
it at the same time.
at the same time.
Wow,
At the
that's
same
crazy.
time. So at the same time, we
Wow.
know who's going into the
The
final.
final.
That
That's a
game,
good one.
PSG Real Madrid. Man, I don't even know who to support. That game, I'm not supporting anybody. I'm just going to
Why?
watch. I'm just going to watch a
Watch.
master class
But
in
you
action.
like you anyway. You like Real Madrid, but this is
I
a
am.
game you just sit
This
down,
is a game that
you
nah, it's
sit
not be
down and
fun.
watch
It's
and
not be fun to
relax.
choose a
Yeah,
side.
same. Yes, just
Your heart beats my race because PSG can come into that game and score Madrid like three
yeah.
goals.
That's it. He said that's the final before the final.
That's the final before the
No, no,
final.
no, no. His SSB saying the PSG game is Wednesday.
The PSG game is Wednesday. Oh, I must have
Yeah,
seen the wrong
check
thing
that.
then. Oh, tomorrow is
Yeah,
Chelsea
because
and
I was
Wednesday.
saying
Yeah,
same
it's
same
Wednesday. It's
time.
Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
Fi-
Same
fi-
time. Same time. Same time.
FIFA will not make
Yeah.
money if they do that, right?
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
So
It's Wednesday the same time, 2 p.m. my time. So that PSG, anyways, tomorrow we can talk about the PSG game. But I just feel like that game, I just put it out
oh
there.
my
I'm
days,
not going
it's
to
going to
support,
be
I'm not going to
match.
support anybody. I'm just going
You
to
go there as a
watch,
neutral.
I'm just going to watch for for the entertainment. Tactic to
Yeah.
tactic, world class players, world class player, goal to goal, everybody matching everybody. But if that game is disappointing and they don't show up, man.
But who are you tipping to win? I think
Looking
anyway.
at the team they have, okay, wait, is Pacho going to
Anyway,
be around? I feel like Pacho
is
is
red card,
missing.
red card,
The
red
PSG
card.
had like two red cards. I
Yeah,
don't know how much that would affect them, but I still feel like they have their key people starting. You get what I
I
mean?
think
So
so.
I still feel like they had their key people starting. So yeah, like SSB just said, I think PSG is favorite to win, but
Mm.
Alonso might surprise us, right?
Alonso.
Yeah, his team might surprise us, right? Xabi Alonso's team might surprise us.
Yeah,
I don't know. I-
who this scene is a
It,
bigger miss.
because who comes in? Is it Asensio that comes into that spot?
That's bad, man. That's a big hole,
If Asensio should
big
start,
hole, big
they are
hole,
done.
big
They are
hole,
done.
big hole,
Madrid is done.
big hole.
Madrid is done. If Rudiger's, but Rudiger will have to play. I wonder how they'll set up
Rudiger
that
is
back line.
starting. Rudiger
I
is
wonder how
starting.
they'll set up that team. But we'll see. Anyway, what are your final thoughts, though?
Final thoughts. We've seen all the transfers. We saw
Mhm.
these transfers news everywhere, but the one that sparked my curiosity was when Tottenham gave a 10 million add-on and said if they win the Champions League or Premier League, it show you that that's like criminality or they
They're
are not being
delusional.
right, delusional, right? And West Ham
Yeah.
rejects that. I think that
Mhm.
was my fun fact for the day. West Ham telling Tottenham, do you think you are ever going to win the Champions League or the Premier League? Brother, we're on the same level.
Yeah,
You're on the same level. But
100%.
with Chelsea Fluminense, we'll see what
Mhm.
happens.
Yeah,
Right? I don't know. To be honest, I can't predict that game.
yeah.
We'll see.
I can't predict the game either. We'll see what happens between Chelsea and Fluminense. I'm curious if Saudi will be able to sign Lionel Messi to go to the Middle East. That's one transfer that actually I'm curious about if that will happen. And what will happen to
Okay.
Jack Grealish's future. I think Jack Grealish's future is something to that I'm just pondering
Yeah.
about. I really hope he gets a club, and leave that whole Pep and his whole
Pep. Yeah.
drama and
And
stuff and just
nonsense.
enjoy playing football
Yeah.
again. Depends on if he's going to take a pay cut or not. Asensio is a solid defender, another 22-year-old. Yeah, but he makes some
Too many
mistakes,
mistakes. He makes mistakes.
that might make the
Yeah.
game very tricky, given
Yeah.
how PSG like to overlap with their
Attack.
fullbacks and
Yeah.
attack. They're
Yeah.
attacking in kind of like in waves. So it's like I don't know if Asensio will be able to keep up with that. I really don't know how that game will shape up, but this will be an interesting watch. Anyway, I appreciate you guys, SSB, AB, everyone that joined the chat. Remember 6 p.m. CST every single day. If you've not done so,
Yep.
please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. You guys get us there. We'll see you
Get
guys
us
tomorrow as
there.
always. Club World Cup would most likely happen before we come back.
Hopefully, the
So
enemies don't rejoice
hopefully
over
I
me.
will not come with my
Hopefully,
champagne. But most
hopefully,
likely
enemies
I
will come
will.
with my champagne.
I know you
Okay.
guys will see you. Peace.
Bye.